Hello, everyone. Anna here from Virgo. Okay, so tomorrow isn't just another day. Tomorrow, someone drops truth that's been buried, secret they've been holding, confession that explodes the version of your story you've been living in. And the explosion is about you. The secret is about you. Brace yourself because your reality is about to shift and there's nothing you can do to prevent it. Listen completely. Shocking secrets operate on different timeline than regular information. Regular information arrives and integrates gradually. You process it, you adjust your understanding, you move forward with updated knowledge that doesn't fundamentally alter how you see yourself or your life. But shocking secrets don't work that way. Shocking secrets arrive like earthquake. They crack foundation you thought was solid. They reveal that structures you've been building your life on were constructed on false premises. They force immediate reorganization of everything because you can't just file shocking secret away and continue like normal because shocking secret destroys normal, makes normal impossible, demands that you rebuild understanding of yourself, your relationships, your past, your present completely. And the secret is about you specifically, not about them, not about situation, about you, about something someone knows about you that you either don't know about yourself or that you've been hiding from everyone, including yourself, something that other people have been aware of while you've been moving through world and ignorance, something that's been shaping how people treat you, how people interact with you, how people see you, and you haven't known why because the secret's been invisible to you the entire time. Someone's been holding this, carrying it, watching you not know, watching you move through your life without full information, watching you make decisions based on incomplete picture. And whatever's been preventing them from telling you, fear, protection, loyalty to someone else, uncertainty about whether telling would help or harm, that's breaking tomorrow. Tomorrow, the secret becomes public. Tomorrow, you become person who knows instead of person who doesn't know. Tomorrow, everything you thought you knew about yourself, about your situation, about how other people perceive you, all of that becomes subject to revision, to reinterpretation, to complete reconstruction, because one piece of hidden information just became visible, and that visibility changes everything. Let me show you what kind of secret this might be, so you can prepare yourself psychologically for the different possibilities and how to process whichever one becomes reality tomorrow. Possibility one: someone's been in love with you the entire time and nobody told you. You've been treating them as friend, as colleague, as a person you're casual with because you genuinely didn't know they were experiencing romantic feelings, experiencing longing, experiencing internal devastation every time you talked about dating someone else, every time you complained about love life, every time you were completely unaware that your casual friend was actually suffering in silence because they loved you and nobody mentioned it. Tomorrow they confess, or someone else confesses on their behalf, or multiple people confess that they all knew and nobody told you. And suddenly all your interactions with this person become recontextualized. That moment when they helped you, that wasn't friendship, that was love in action. That time they canceled plans to be there for you, that was devotion, not obligation. Every seemingly normal interaction gets reframed through lens of hidden romantic feeling, and you realize you've been completely blind to what's been right in front of you the entire time. Possibility two: You did something in your past that everyone knows about except you. Something you don't remember. Something you were too young to understand. Something that happened to you, or something you did to someone, or something you were involved in peripherally that had consequences for other people, but that you've been walking around not knowing about while everyone else has been aware and treating you differently because of this knowledge. Maybe it's trauma you suppressed. Maybe it's harm you caused that was serious enough that people around you decided to protect you from knowing what you did. Maybe it's something about your family history, your parentage, your background that people knew and decided you shouldn't know. Maybe you have sibling you don't know about. Maybe you have a parent who's not who you think they are. Maybe your whole origin story is different than what you've been told. Tomorrow this comes out. Tomorrow you learn that your life story has been edited without your permission, that you've been living in sanitized version of reality, that critical information has been withheld, and the withholding stops tomorrow when someone decides you deserve to know the truth, or when secret can't be contained anymore. Possibility 3, someone's been saying things about you behind your back, and tomorrow you find out. Spreading rumors, creating story about you, representing you to others in ways that don't match reality. And people have been believing this story, have been treating you based on story that's not true, have been making decisions about you based on false narrative, and you've been confused why relationships felt off, why people treated you strangely, why social dynamics seemed weird. Tomorrow you find out why. Tomorrow you get evidence of what's been said. Tomorrow you understand the story that's been circulating about you while you've been oblivious. And suddenly, social interactions that seemed random become explicable. People's coldness becomes understandable. Friendships that ended become logical. All of it makes sense once you know the false narrative that's been shaping people's perception of you. Possibility 4, someone's been helping you secretly and tomorrow they reveal the extent, paying for things behind the scenes, orchestrating opportunities you thought came naturally, intervening on your behalf, protecting you from consequences you didn't know were coming. And you've been thanking other people, giving credit to luck or your own efforts, when actually someone who loves you has been moving heaven and earth to support you, and you've been completely ignorant of the degree of their involvement. Tomorrow, they either tell you directly or you discover through other means the full scope of what they've been doing. And suddenly you have to reckon with fact that your accomplishments are partly your accomplishments and partly their support, that your safety has been maintained by invisible hand, that your freedom has been protected by someone putting themselves at risk. Possibility 5, you're not who you think you are, not in identity sense necessarily, though could be, but in terms of how people perceive you, in terms of what your actual impact is, in terms of what you represent to people around you. You think you're one thing, you're actually something else. You think you're invisible, you're actually remarkably visible. You think you don't matter to people, you actually matter profoundly. Tomorrow you learn this. Tomorrow you learn what you mean to people, what impact you have, what your existence creates in other people's lives. And it's going to be shocking because you've been operating without knowing, moving through world with completely inaccurate understanding of your own significance. This reflection invites you to consider which possibility frightens you most, and what does that fear reveal about your deepest insecurities? Now, let me address the emotional preparation you need to do before tomorrow arrives, because emotional preparation is what determines whether Secret's explosion destroys you or transforms you. First, mentally prepare for your world to shift. Not might shift, will shift. Whatever normal has been, whatever equilibrium you've established, whatever understanding you've built, that's about to become not normal, not equilibrium, not understanding. Your brain right now is comfortable in illusion, is comfortable with gaps in knowledge because gaps feel safe, feel manageable, feel preferable to truth that might be painful. Tomorrow, comfort ends. Tomorrow, you have to live in different reality. Your job between now and then is to start preparing your nervous system for transition, to start loosening your grip on certainty that's false, to start accepting that your current understanding is incomplete and tomorrow it becomes complete, whether you're ready or not. Practice telling yourself, tomorrow I learn something I don't know now. Tomorrow my understanding shifts. Tomorrow I have information I don't have today. I can handle this. I've handled difficult information before. I can handle it again. Second, mentally prepare for your emotional reaction to be complicated. You might feel betrayed. You might feel grateful. You might feel angry. You might feel relieved. You might feel all of those things simultaneously and then feel completely different things minutes later. Your emotions aren't going to be clean. Prepare yourself to feel confused feelings. Prepare yourself to say, I don't know how I feel about this, and to sit in that ambiguity instead of rushing to resolve it, instead of pretending you have clarity you don't have, instead of choosing emotion that's acceptable to choose and suppressing emotions that are harder. Your reaction will be real. Whatever it is, it will be real and it will be okay. You don't have to perform appropriate emotion. You don't have to pretend shock if you're relieved. You don't have to pretend gratitude if you're furious. Let your authentic response happen. Let it be messy. Let it be complicated. Third, prepare yourself to separate the secret from the person revealing it. The secret might make you angry. The person revealing it might be doing best they can with impossible situation. Or the secret might be beautiful. The person revealing it might have been protecting you poorly. Separate the two. The secret is one thing, the messenger is another thing. You might need to have different conversations with each. You might need to process your feelings about secret separately from processing your feelings about person who held it. Fourth, recognize that your responsibility shifts tomorrow. Right now, you're responsible for living within your current understanding. Tomorrow, you become responsible for integrating new information, for revising your story, for deciding what this means for your life going forward. This is work. This is emotional labor. This is not small thing. Prepare yourself to prioritize processing for next days, weeks, maybe longer. Prepare yourself to be less available for other things while you're reorganizing your reality. Prepare yourself to lean on people you trust. Prepare yourself to maybe need therapy, need space, need time to absorb what's coming. Fifth, prepare yourself for the possibility that secret wasn't as shocking to you as to everyone else. Some part of you might have known. Some part of you might have been protecting yourself by not acknowledging knowing. Sometimes people know things they don't know they know, if that makes sense. Sometimes truth lives in your bones before it reaches your conscious awareness. If tomorrow's revelation feels less shocking than you expected, if you feel like you knew this already somehow, honor that. You might have always sensed something was off. You might have been protecting yourself from truth by not fully admitting to yourself what you suspected. That's not failure. That's survival mechanism that was working until survival mechanism became obstacle. This reflection invites you to consider what part of you already knows the secret and what part of you has been protecting yourself from knowing. Let me address what you should do physically, practically, before tomorrow arrives to give yourself best chance of processing well. First, tell someone you trust that something significant is coming. Not tell them what it is. Just tell them you're preparing for information that might shake you and you might need support. This creates accountability, creates safety net, creates person who's prepared to catch you if you fall, who's ready to listen if you need to talk, who knows something's happening and is positioned to help. Don't try to process massive secret alone. Let people who love you prepare to love you through it. Second, create space for integration. If possible, don't schedule anything too demanding tomorrow. Don't have presentations, don't have important meetings, don't have situations requiring you to be on if possible. Give yourself permission to be disrupted by revelation. If you can't control your schedule, at least give yourself hour after revelation where you don't have to perform, don't have to be functional, can just sit with what you've learned. Third, do things that ground you. Exercise, meditation, time in nature, time with people you love, time doing activity that brings you peace. Build your resilience now so when secret lands tomorrow, you're not coming from depleted place. Fourth, journal about your current understanding. Write down what you think you know about yourself, about the person who's going to confess, about your situation. Write it down so you can look back after revelation and see how your understanding shifted, can measure distance between before secret you and after secret you. This serves multiple purposes. It helps you clarify what you believe now. It creates document of your current thoughts. It gives you something to process against. It lets you see how secret changes your narrative. Fifth, practice self-compassion now. Because whatever secret is, you're going to blame yourself. You're going to think you should have known. You're going to think you could have prevented something. You're going to judge yourself harshly. Start practicing kindness now so when secret arrives and your inner critic activates, you have defense against it. I did the best I could with information I had. I'm not responsible for what other people chose to hide. I'm allowed to not have known. Practice saying these things. Build compassion muscle now so it's strong when you need it tomorrow. This reflection invites you to consider, what would you tell a person you love who is about to receive shocking secret about themselves? A huge drama is exploding tomorrow. Someone's confession is about to shatter your current understanding. Secret that's been hidden is about to become visible. Your reality is about to reorganize itself. You can't prevent it. You can't prepare yourself to not be shocked, but you can prepare yourself to survive the shock, to process it, to integrate it, to come out the other side of it different but whole. Ground yourself now. Connect with people who love you. Prepare your nervous system for transition. Tomorrow you learn something that changes everything. But You're capable of change. You're stronger than you know. The secret is coming. You're ready, or you will be.